Welcome to episode 67. Today we'll be talking about Mulan impacting Disney Plus sales, new Mandalorian photos, Doctor Strange rumors, and more. You are listening to or watching the Castle Cates and Clones podcast, where we discuss everything in the Disney universe, from Disney films to Marvel, from Pixar to Star Wars, from ABC to the Muppets. If you are watching us live on YouTube, please subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and please like this post. Hey everybody, I'm Loren, and I'm here with my cousin and co-pilot Rich. How are you doing?
Doing all right. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you for asking. I did, though, break my glasses, so if anybody is used to me wearing my glasses, I am not wearing them right now because I broke them.
Oh man, how'd you break them?
Uh, I I fell asleep and I rolled on top of them, so I gotta find a
Nice.
yeah, I gotta find something that's gonna to replace them. But anyway, big thing that I don't think we've talked about, but did you get any of the uh, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Outpost stuff at Target?
I mean, the only one I got was the Millennium Falcon,
Oh yeah, okay.
which I mean,
Which is a big
that's a $400
$400 buy there.
buy there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's right. I forgot that you got. I don't know how I forgot it because we've talked about that, and then you
yeah,
did the whole unboxing on our YouTube channel.
yeah,
And if anybody has missed that, go check it out on our YouTube channel. It's pretty cool. He goes over all the features on the Millennium Falcon. I
yeah.
missed the whole. I missed the whole extravaganza, and I didn't realize that it was going to be
Oh
such a
really?
hunt. So I did everything online. I got a
Did,
chopper, one of the chopper, what do you call that? Customizable plushes,
oh
and I
yeah,
got a DJ Rex,
nice.
and I got a Jabba mug, and I think that's everything that I got. But
I mean,
uh, yeah.
from I've watched a couple YouTubers who went to go that morning,
Hmm.
and depending on where you are, sometimes the people that work there at Target will
Yeah.
not put them out because they've taken it for themselves. So there have been a bunch
Right.
of people who got there at opening, and
Yeah.
and shelves were already empty because they
Yeah.
kept all the good stuff, like a lot of the Black Series figures, especially like the Mandalorian
And I heard
invest.
the Honda Naka was hard to find here.
Yeah, something with DJ Rex, like going there physically sometimes, but yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's number one is Mandalorian, then Hondo.
Yeah.
Because Hondo, well, technically Hondo you can get at Galaxy's Edge, but he
Galaxy's
just
Edge. Yeah.
comes in, but he comes in
It's
like a three pack.
right. And it's like $80 or something.
Yeah. Something with there's a first order red captain. I can't remember his name,
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
right?
I
But he also
saw
comes
that.
in the oh no, he doesn't actually. Oh yeah, he's the only one you get. He's unique to the Galaxy's Edge outpost
Galaxy Edge.
stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's Captain
Uh,
Pyre. That's the one that's the one that comes in the three pack in the Galaxy's Edge. He's the one in the
yeah.
gold.
The gold one.
This
Yeah.
one's the one in the red. So
Right.
yeah, I haven't had a chance to go hunt for those yet because again, $400.
Right.
I dropped $400 already, so I gotta wait.
I did also get a customizable R2 unit, like the one where you put the stickers on it.
Okay, is that
Yeah, I
like
got
how big are those?
I haven't gotten it yet, but I
Oh, you
think
order
it's
online.
like
That's right.
yay high. Yeah, I haven't because I missed the
The whole
whole
thing.
deal. I didn't get to go into the Target, which is
Yeah.
I it's sad because I actually love the thrill of the hunt,
Yeah.
but yeah. So now I'm just doing everything online.
I think it.
I'll just use this year as an excuse because of the
Yeah.
pandemic.
Right. I don't know. I miss the days of Toys R Us and I just feel like, back in the 90s, 80s, more stores got more stock. Because
Oh
I
yeah.
remember vividly in 1983 when Return of the Jedi came out, my mom took me and my sister to a Walgreens.
Hmm.
And like the whole toy aisle was filled with like Star Wars toys. Like
Right.
now, if you do that, it's like a peg, maybe,
Yeah.
right? Like
So
Target
true.
will only have like a small. It's not even like a huge end cap. It's like a small end cap, maybe two, three pegs worth of like
Hmm.
figures, and that's it, right?
Yeah.
And then unless you're in there like an opening, and then they don't limit how many you buy. So some people, as soon as they get there, like I know I've seen some people like show pictures of people with their cart like with
Yeah.
triple everything. So basically, they bought everything and then
Yeah.
took off. So you know,
Yeah.
yeah,
I miss it
it's
too.
the hunt is different because it's not just that you need to go find it. It's like you got to fight for so little out
Right.
there, and
Yeah. Because
eBay doesn't
Target.
help either.
No, UA doesn't help. But and Target is always hit or miss, like you said.
Yeah,
So. And I haven't even gone to Walmart, but Walmart didn't have them, so that's it was just Target for these. So
yeah,
anyway,
yeah. It's a deal with Target.
I'm trying to think. Did I watch something that I hadn't talked? Oh yeah, I
Probably,
finished up. Huh?
probably.
Yeah, I finished up Muppets Now, and watched all of Ned to Earth. And Muppets Now is, I think, I posted reviews for this, and I also did a online thoughts in my vlog.
Mhm.
So you can check that out. And I'll post the links in our show notes for any of the stuff that we're talking about. But I was disappointed by Muppets Now because they did the same static segments all the time, and it was just kind of, it got boring.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and then like some of the segments, I mentioned this in the vlog and in the review, but okay, it's just going to sound awful, but one of the segments with Honeydew and Bunsen Honeydew and Beaker,
Yeah,
you know, we're so used to him getting like accidentally hurt by Bunsen Honeydew, and it's funny. That's the humor.
accidentally.
Yeah, accidentally, and it's funny, because he's a Muppet. He's not human, so we know that,
Right.
and it's funny. But in the Muppets Now, he doesn't get hurt. He's kind of does the experiment with Bunsen Honeydew, so there's not that humor there that you usually get. I think there was one skit where he did, and that was the funnier one. But
Huh.
otherwise, he's not doing the dirty work. So
So like, his role is totally different then, because yeah,
yeah,
he was. I mean, the comedy of it came from a lot from what happened to him and
exactly.
kept happening to him.
Yeah,
Right? It's like in South Park, Kenny always has a die.
right.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. Is that he plays a more active part of the skit than we're used to in Muppets Now, where he's playing a more passive part.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it was pretty disappointing Muppets Now, but Ned to Earth was a lot of fun. I thought the first episode was kind of
But to say, I saw the first episode and I was like, I don't know about this.
yeah, it gets better after a while. Like the Star Wars episode is pretty good,
All right.
and each episode is themed to some topic. So there's a Star Wars episode, there's a musical one, there's one on humor, one on sports. So he
Mm.
kind of talks about like Earth things. So yeah, I would give it a chance after the first episode. Andy Richter and Gilliam Jacobs I felt like they weren't themselves. Like they were trying to be
Yeah.
like they were on Sesame Street, which requires a little more. hamminess,
Yeah.
if that makes any sense. Yeah. So anyway, give it a try. Like give it a few
A few more
episodes more.
episodes.
Yeah. Watch the Star Wars episode. Or, you don't have to watch them in order.
Oh yeah,
So
I figured.
you can see Billy D.
Right, and isn't Gina Carano?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
All
Cool.
right. Well, let's get to the news. We've got a lot of news coming up. Uh, we start our news from within the castle gates, as always, highlighting Disney news. Uh, in its first weekend, Mulan earned $6 million overseas, opening in just 6% of the territories. It also spiked Disney Plus subscriptions by 68% over the last weekend. So the 6 million, that 6% didn't even include China yet.
Hmm.
Although we'll talk about a story in a second that might impact the sales in China. Uh, but I think it's pretty incredible that it spiked the sales in Disney Plus.
I like it's some. I mean, it's a number that the whole industry is curious about, right? Because this is the
Mhm.
first real major motion picture like event movie that premiered on a subscription service, on a paper service, and it was like the you had to pay extra for it
Mhm.
deal, right? Um, so I'm just wondering what that does for everyone else. Like, what does that tell them? Is that this is a thing we can expect, or are other
Right.
studios gonna follow suit?
Yeah. You know that everybody's been watching that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So who knows what people are going to do?
So, I
I
mean,
mean, Disney has its own platform, unlike some others. Although, like,
right.
take for instance, Warner Brothers has HBO Max,
Yeah.
and Universal now has Peacock. So it could be that others will, move to a similar thing. Who knows?
Yeah.
But you know, I knew that I was going to buy the movie as soon as it came out. Did you get a chance
Yeah.
to watch it?
Yeah. I did. I watched it.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Amongst my friends, I know the sentiment is a lot of them are like, not gonna buy. I'm gonna wait until December when it comes
Right.
free. For me, again, I think we discussed this. Like, it's a movie I probably would have went to go see with
In the
one group of
movie.
friends, another group of friends. So I would have ended up paying that much anyway. So
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. And plus, I kind of want to support the industry. That's the thing,
Right.
right?
Exactly.
Everyone, like, newer, like, news from Fauci is even after a vaccine comes out, he's not sure it's going to be super safe to go to these kind of things for at least another year afterwards.
Right. We're not
So
gonna. It's not gonna be like all of a sudden we have the vaccine and it's gonna be, yay, we can the next day,
yeah, that's
everything is
not
gonna go back to
that means
normal.
there's a cure, but there's still like people who get it still
Hmm.
can still happen. It's like the flu. Like there
Right.
is you get vaccinated, but you can still get it,
Get it. Yeah.
right? This just we there's more things we can do to help. Um, with the COVID thing, yeah, there's a vaccine, but that doesn't mean people can't get it still and suffer through the things that people have suffered through.
Mm.
And so, looking into 2021, what is the other option? Like this has
Right.
got to be something. So it's like I know this, so I want to support the movies I know I would have watched in the theater
Right.
because if we don't, what does that mean for entertainment? Like
Yeah. We're not gonna get any
what's
other entertainment.
because then it's not worth it to them, right?
Right.
So, that's the way I look at it, and that's why
Yeah.
you know I bought it. So
Well, whatever happened, I heard that Disney is happy
That's
with
good.
the results. Yeah, so it must be doing fairly well in, what it's doing. So, yeah. Anyway, going on to the next story,
Hmm.
this might impact the sales where Disney really wanted it to do well, but China has barred media coverage of Mulan after the Xinjiang backlash. Xinjiang has a concentration camp of ethnic Uyghurs and other Muslims. And so there's been a lot of people who've been angry about the fact that they did in that, I guess, province or town. I don't know exactly what it is. And in the credits, Disney thanked China for being able to film there, though they filmed the majority of the film, they said, in New Zealand. But
Right.
they said that they had to thank China because they got, you know, the the rights to use that territory. I think it was the rice paddies. I think that's where
Hmm.
what they use there. So anyway, it's very interesting. But now China won't let them uh, promote Mulan in China.
China.
But I would imagine that the people have known about it for a while.
Right.
And so hopefully the people who wanted to go see it will go see it anyway.
Hopefully. I mean, like, there's this, with in regards to China, there's obviously a lot of controversy still surrounding
Hmm.
and the film. So I am curious to see what does happen over there. Um,
Yeah.
but I really liked the movie. Uh,
Me too.
you know, I admittedly I haven't seen all of the live action remakes, but I feel like this one stands out from what I know because it's not like a trying or like close to a one-to-one retelling. Like there's no
Right.
songs, there's no, musical numbers,
No
no
Mushu.
Mushu, which, a lot of people are like, no Mushu, not watching. I'm like, this movie, like, he wouldn't have worked in this
Right.
movie. It would have
Yeah.
been weird.
It would have changed the tone of the movie.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah,
Yeah.
let's continue. Like this is such an important movie for
Right.
so many on so many levels, and
For
it's
so many
like,
reasons. Yeah.
you know, I just hope it does well. A lot of people, I mean, like from what I've seen, a lot of people that I know have seen it liked it. Some people don't, but whatever.
Right.
But
I know there's like been a mix, but for me it was top three. Top
yeah,
three of remakes. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do for my next vlog, I'm gonna rank the
remakes.
remakes. Yeah, and it's definitely in the top three. I just have to figure out what order it's gonna be.
I'm about to say, like, then I won't ask you what your other two
Right?
are.
Yeah.
You can save that for the
I,
blog.
I I know what the other two are,
Right.
but I'm trying to figure out what the
Are
other
you
two
gonna
are.
rank? Are you gonna rank them all?
Yeah, all of the film from Maleficent on. So I'm not going to do like the 101 Dalmatians.
Oh, like those
Uh,
older
yeah, the old
ones.
ones and Alice. I'm not going to do those. So it has to be from
Oh,
Maleficent on
okay.
because Maleficent was a resurgence of remakes.
Right, right, right.
And then I'm not going to do any sequels. So like the Maleficent Mistress of Evil. Not doing that, or what's the other sequel? Like Mary Poppins Returns.
Oh,
Yeah. So, but
I mean
otherwise,
that
I'm
because
gonna.
that's not really a remake,
It's not a remake; it's a sequel.
right?
So that's why, yeah, I'm not gonna do any sequels. So, but otherwise, I'm gonna rank the other two. The other two in my top three, I know, are Cinderella and Jungle Book.
You,
Those
you
are
spoiled it.
those are my top three. I know exactly, but but what the order I don't know yet.
Oh.
We'll, fi-
So tune
we'll
in to
find
find out
out.
which one's number one.
Tune, yeah, tune in to find out. Check our YouTube channel, my vlog, Loren's Adventures out there. All right. Well, let's move on to the next story. This also pertaining to the pandemic is that Sony won't be releasing any $200 million plus movies until after the pandemic is over, and this will affect the release dates for Spider-Man 3, Morbius, and Venom for sure. That's why I brought up this story in particular,
Right.
and it probably will impact Disney, but they had been looking at the uh, results of Tenet and New Mutants,
Hmm.
and then also of the fact that Disney kept changing the date for Mulan and then finally released it online. So they don't want to make the same kind of decisions. So
Right.
just like we're just going to make the decision, not until it's over.
Over.
Now the question will be when our theater is going to really open. We're kind of saying in our mind by next year, but
But
who knows? Like you said,
yeah,
if we continue to listen to Fauci, which I hope we do,
it
that
might not be 20 till 2022.
yeah, exactly. So will they push it back even further? Who knows? I think at that point you start really looking online. I mean, I just feel like we just need to, suck it up and say this year, these 2 years, maybe 2 years, are going to be, test the entertainment industry in major ways like it is already. I mean, it's not like they're still thinking about it, but
Yeah.
it's going to test the entertainment in major ways for like in just even ways that we haven't described yet. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah. I mean, I know productions are back on for a lot of things,
Hmm.
but I don't know. It's like, what is the release date going to be for some of these things, and what do you base it on? Do you base it just solely on U.S. theaters or
Yeah,
global? You know,
yeah.
for a lot of movies, the global box office is usually more than U.S. domestic,
Hmm. Yeah,
but it like always starts. Well, for the most part, always starts in the U.S. You know, if the rest of the world opens their theaters, will they go that route and forego the U.S.? I
hmm.
wonder. Or will they all base it on the U.S. and once the U.S. opens, the rest of the world gets movies as well?
Right. I don't
Um,
know.
right. I
Yeah.
mean, who knows? I like. There's more. Like they just announced what's it called? Another delay for Wonder Woman. So
Right.
there's that.
Yeah.
So like, is that gonna be the thing? Just keep giving us
Pushing it back and pushing it back.
like I feel like at this point just be like the same. They should do every. I think every studio should just do the same thing. Sony's saying it's like, all right, you know what? We're just not gonna give out a date until the pandemic's at
Right.
least on a steep decline, right? Where
Yeah.
it's a little bit better, it's a little bit safer, but it's just I feel like every time you hear about a date being pushed back, it just adds like it gives you like almost like that title, whatever it is, doesn't matter what movie it is, a
Hmm.
little bit of a negative, like a little bit of negative baggage, like
Yeah.
like kind of like the New Mutants, right? Except the New Mutants was pushed back like for years
For
until
years.
now.
Yeah. Three years.
But like the more Wonder Woman gets pushed back, the more people are going to associate it with it being pushed back so often.
Right.
Understandably, there's a reason, but that might affect people. So
Yeah. I think the reason why they have to keep putting dates to it is just because they need to figure out where in the calendar it's going to go because the dates are so competitive. That's what I imagine. The reason why they keep putting dates to it. Like because I know that's why Disney puts out their dates so far out is so that they can
Like,
pick a date uh, and that they know will not compete with their other films. and
yeah,
and and to tell other people, okay, we're putting this giant tempo film here. You might not want to put another giant tempo here that isn't going to do as well, or something like that. Kind of warnings for other studios to see where some tentpole films might go.
right. I mean, it's like it's new territory for everybody. So,
Yeah.
but
Anyway,
oh,
all right.
we got some chat.
Okay.
Hi,
Yeah.
Booge, from Las Vegas.
Tell him I say hi.
Well, you just told him, so
Oh yeah, that's right. Hey, Booge. All right. Well, let's talk about lighter things now. A new Olaf short, "Once Upon a Snowman," is coming to Disney Plus on October 23rd.
nice.
Uh, I'm all for things Disney Plus going on Disney Plus, but I tell you, like I love Josh Gad, I love Olaf, but
Yeah,
we really need another Olaf thing.
I know,
You
right?
know,
Like
yeah. I
there's
mean, can we explore any other characters in the Disney universe outside of Frozen and outside of Olaf for these shorts? I mean, why not Pascal? Why not, I don't know, Sebastian
it's
or some other characters that
it's
I
like
would love
he's
to
the
see.
new Mater.
Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's what I feel like they're gonna, over meter us to death. And I don't want that because I love Olaf. I do love
Right.
him. And so anyway, I don't know how I feel. Obviously I'm gonna watch it.
Right.
There's not gonna
I
be a chance that I'm not gonna watch it.
yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know. Like I was curious. Like when did they start this short? Was it has it been
I,
longer than the pandemic, or is it like, well, we have Josh Gad.
well, I don't know
You know what I
because
mean?
remember they did all those short online shorts
Yeah.
with Olaf, and he didn't really say anything, but Josh Gad came in and did like oohs and ahs and things like that. So they did those, and I don't know if they. I think that they did it after those because we didn't know anything about this short
Yeah.
until now.
That's why I'm like, is it because of I mean, like any I don't know. I feel like it maybe because Josh Gad kind of like does a lot for Disney, like
Hmm.
outside of being Olaf. So he's always kind of like I don't know. I want to say available, but like he's their like go-to guy. So they're like, all right, we need to do something because we can't do full-on productions. We got to figure out what we're doing. Blah 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 blah. And so let's just do something we know we can do
Right?
with the talent we know we can get.
Yeah.
And here you go. Once Upon a Snowman.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
Oh well.
eh,
At least it's something.
that's true.
At least it's something. All right, Disney Plus has been testing a group watch. The feature would allow up to six people to join a watch party. I think that's interesting. I don't quite know. I mean, I've not really done a watch party per se, so I don't know exactly, how
How that
this
works.
feature. Yeah, like why would you, why wouldn't you just all get together? Does it sync it up maybe? Maybe it syncs it up so that
I
way
think it
everybody
does.
knows that you're on the same page.
Um, because Netflix does. I think Netflix is the one who does one too.
Oh, okay, I
I've
didn't know that.
never done it, so I don't know exactly how it works, nor have I seen how it works. Like,
Hmm.
I mean, if it syncs, that's cool. But then, is there some kind of interaction part of it, or is it just it's synced up? Because I feel like they can do that and just be like, all right, everyone press play at the
Right.
count of three.
And then are you on your phones? Are you on your,
I don't know.
yeah, is there an interactive part of it? Could you, do likes or something like that on your remote
Right.
so that people know that you're like, oh, I like this part or I hate this part,
I mean, it'd
something
be
like
kind of
that.
cool if there was like a Zoom-ish feature,
Oh
and you
yeah,
can kind of like interact. But like, I feel like that would definitely would have to be a movie everyone has seen before,
right.
so that it's not
So that
just
way it's like a
the
tiny
people's.
square.
Well, yeah, because like, and then if you do interact, that's not interrupting like a movie you've never seen, because then it's
Yeah,
just like a smaller version of the movie with a bunch of squares of your friends and family just silent
right.
watching. And that's
Yeah,
kind of weird.
yeah. I don't
But
know. Who knows? Well, I'll be curious to see how it is, and
right,
if they do, maybe we can figure out how to do a watch party amongst us so that we can test it out.
yeah,
Yeah,
you can do like
maybe do a video about it.
a family watch party.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. All right, well, we'll continue to keep our eye on that one. National Geographic released a trailer for Magic of Disney's Magic Animal Kingdom, coming to Disney Plus on September 25th. Did you watch the trailer?
I did not.
You did not. I thought it was good. I love hippopotami, uh,
Hippopotamuses.
hippopotami,
hit
hippopotamus.
hit a yeah hippopotamus.
Yeah. Uh, and there's a part in there where they're feeding this hippo, and I'm like, man, I would love to feed a hippo. But I am so looking forward to this series because, like I said, on through different programs on Disney Plus, they've showed us how much they do for animals, and I just found that those segments so fascinating, and so I
Right.
will love to see them do it in this. And that's basically what the trailer was: people working with animals, and you know, I, I just anything with animals, I'd love to see.
Yeah. Like I've said it many times. Animal Kingdom is one of my favorite parks.
Hmm.
Um, so anything about that park and about the conservation stuff and all that jazz, I'm all down for.
Yeah, I mean, even the nature walks that they have there,
Yeah.
just as cool as the safari. Just so many great things in that park. So I can't wait to see it come more alive through
Right.
this.
I keep I keep saying this every time, but like one of these days, I do want to do one of their special tour thingies at
The one
Animal
where you
Kingdom.
the one where you do the rope bridge over the alligators.
I don't know. There's something they do. I just want
Yeah,
to do something cool over there, but I keep forgetting when we're planning,
right.
and then by the time I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, I wanted to try that, and it's like
Yeah,
too late. But
I
eh,
know it looks like a lot of fun.
like that, I want to do that and the land, like the land
Yeah,
tour at
yeah,
Epcot,
I've always wanted to do the land as well.
right?
So, yeah,
Oh,
one day we'll do it, Rich.
one day.
Yeah.
To go back on the watch party,
Uh-huh. Oh yeah.
I think Booge was like maybe pop up bubbles like on VH1 pop up videos.
Oh yeah. Oh, that would be kind of cool.
Do kids even know what that is?
I don't know. Yeah,
What's
pop-up
VH? Is
videos.
VH1 still a thing?
I don't know. I don't know if they
Yeah.
still have VH1.
I mean, I know because I remember at one point there was like eight MTV channels and like a
right.
bunch of VH1
Like
channels, but like
you,
I don't hear about them anymore, so I don't know.
yeah. I mean, I barely hear about MTV anymore.
Right? Like what's a music video
Yeah, God, man, that used to be such a cultural
thing, right?
thing.
Like
Yeah, for us.
I still remember when Thriller came out. It was like a event,
Oh yeah, those
right?
music videos used to be. I mean, we used to look forward to those music videos all the time,
Yep.
and
Now it's
now,
like
no.
everyone
Yeah,
can do a music video. Like YouTube is pretty much
right.
that,
Yeah,
right?
anybody
So,
can produce a. YouTube is more like the MTV of the day, I
yeah.
think. Yeah.
But
Anyway, well, Booge, continue to shout out more stuff to us. We'd love to hear from you. All right. Disney also released a trailer for Clouds to air on Disney Plus on October 16th. And Clouds is a true life story of Zach Sobiek, who had cancer and went on to produce a massively popular song called Clouds on YouTube. Uh, eh, did you get to watch the trailer for this one?
no, because I'm so unprepared for this. I was so concerned about like getting this
The
live. I
sound.
totally forget. For some reason, like before that we did this, I'm like, there's nothing on the notes for me to watch, right? So I
Right.
just dealt with all this, and then I realized, oh no, there was.
uh, anyway, the trailer looks very sweet. It looks like a YA film, and so, but it seems like one of these that is triumph over the human spirit kind of
Right.
film, and the kind of film that's right up my alley, the kind of film that will make me cry. So I'm looking forward to watching this one for sure.
And I'm sure
October
we'll
6th.
see a review at like 6 in the morning.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Right.
Stay tuned. Boom.
That,
All right. Well, Netflix Chief Executive Officer Reed Hastings spoke about the success of Disney Plus. He said, if you'd asked us a year ago, what are the odds that they're going to get to 600 million,
60.
not 600, 60 million. 60, it would be great if it was 600 million,
I know, right?
60 million subscribers in the first year. I'd be like zero. I mean, how can it happen? It's been super impressive execution. That's pretty high praise from
From
Netflix.
Netflix. I mean,
Yeah,
to be fair, we we're going through a thing,
yeah, a
but
little thing.
yeah. But even I think even before the pandemic, I think it's
Mhm.
like Disney Plus's numbers were pretty good going
Yeah,
into it, and that was before um, the rest of the world got it. Like there's, I remember like the UK I know didn't get it yet until like March of this year.
right. Yeah.
So I think it would have been successful. I don't know if it would have gone 60 million, but I think it
Hmm.
would have been up there. I think I think a lot of people latch onto it. So
Yeah, I think so. I think
yeah,
that I mean the pandemic. Certainly things like um, the Hamilton being added to Disney Plus
oh
and
yeah,
Mulan's the test with Premier Access,
mm-hmm.
I think has also played into uh, the success of Disney Plus,
Right.
along with the pandemic and
Like I'm sure people are just waiting for the Marvel series.
oh
So
yeah, that as soon as they start those, as soon as we start regularly getting Star Wars and Marvel stuff, the
yeah,
Star Wars and Marvel fans will start hitting Disney Plus in a way that we haven't seen yet.
yeah,
Because so far, like Marvel stuff, you'd have to be a fan of the old, like animated stuff,
Hmm.
or just like really committed to Marvel, to watch something like the Superhero Project, and which was not like, if you are a fan of Thor or something like that,
Hmm.
you may not like that particular program. You'd
Right.
have to like be hardcore Marvel,
Right.
like moi.
Yeah. Um, yeah, but I suspect that 60 million will go to at very least 100 once the
Yeah,
Marvel shows coming out.
that's what I
Um,
think.
like, and I don't even know, like, if when the Mandalorian ended, did a lot of people cancel? Kind of like
That's a good
when,
question.
um, like, I know a lot of people sub to HBO just when Game of Thrones was on, and then
Right.
once that season was over, they'd stop and then start up back up again. So I wonder if that happened and how many people did that and how many people will come back on October 30th or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's got to be a level of that. Like, there's been people who have unsubscribed and then will resubscribe when it starts again.
Right.
Yeah. So but I think that's par for the course. Like, I think that all subscription services have that. Like you said,
Right.
HBO did it. I'm sure Netflix has that to some
Some
certain
degree.
extent. Hulu, yeah, all
Right.
of these subscription services. If there's a big program on there, like, take for instance on Hulu, there might be people who just want to watch Handmaid's Tale,
Right.
and when that season ends, they leave until they come back. So
Right. Right. Right.
yeah. So anyway, it'll be very. I mean, all of these things are newly tested ground for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, a Disneyland has canceled the candlelight processional this year, which is sad because that's been, obviously a big, you know, tradition
Yeah.
for the last, I don't know when it started, 57, or I mean, it was relatively close to the beginning of
Oh, really?
of yeah, so I think so. I think it was, but whatever it was, it's been a tradition for ever.
Forever. Yeah.
Yes, I mean, and they've done it every year since,
Right.
and this will be the first year that it hasn't happened, and that's, like, they've canceled Oogie Boogie Bash and some other food and wine and things like that.
Right.
But this one stings a little bit more because it's been such a tradition.
I feel like they should do an online version of it.
Yeah, they should. I mean, like
Right.
how they did with the Dapper Dans,
Yeah.
or
Like like they do that also in uh, Magic Kingdom, right? Or is it just? I feel like they also do it the candlelight procession in Magic
yeah,
Kingdom, right?
yeah, they do it at Epcot.
So yeah, I do like one of their specials, holiday specials, is have it there, have the celebrity reader person, have the choir go in, you know.
That's actually an excellent idea. I'm surprised that they haven't thought of it, or maybe they
Maybe
have,
they
and I
have.
just don't know.
I mean,
Yeah,
like obviously they fit the physical version of it they canceled, but I have a feeling, especially since we're gonna be in this situation for a while.
yeah.
They got to be thinking about what they can do. I mean, like, because they always have something for the holidays, so maybe they'll
Hmm.
add it to that programming.
Right.
So I'm sure I I'm 90% sure that we'll see a version of it in one of those specials, if not by itself as a special.
Yeah,
So
I think you're right.
because if not, you should just hire me.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. I got the ideas, Disney.
Right. All right, so now we head to the Clone Cantina for our Star Wars news. Entertainment Weekly featured the Mandalorian Season 2 on its cover. with several photos featuring the Mandalorian, Baby Yoda, Cara Dune, and Grief Karga. The article, while not an official confirmation, also mentions guest stars including Rosario Dawson, Katie Sackhoff, Michael Bean, and Timothy Oliphant, all people that we've discussed here on the podcast.
Yep.
And the magazine hit shelves on September 18th.
Yeah.
I think it's an official confirmation. If it's Entertainment Weekly, there are no schmucks.
I like the article specifically goes, well, not confirmed, but
They will
it's
have,
reported that these actors will be
right.
in the series. Um, and I think at this point we know they are. We're assuming a lot of it because
Yeah,
one, you don't bring Katie Sackhoff into Star Wars and not have her play her character that she
right.
voices. That'd be weird.
Yeah.
Obviously, we don't really know Michael Biehn and Timothy Oliphant's characters. I mean, there's the rumor that Timothy Oliphant is I can't remember his name, but he's from one of the books. He's like a sheriff.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Who actually I think has Boba Fett's armor at some point. So
Right. That I remember that being a part of his character.
right, and obviously Rosario Dawson. You like she?
Ahsoka.
I mentioned it before in one of the episodes. Was she visited Kevin Smith's pop up restaurant, and he kind of asked her, and she did the whole like, can't talk about it, but it would be cool if I was on the show as Ahsoka,
Right.
right? So I have a feeling it is.
Wink, wink.
Yeah, right. Um, which reminds me, so I was checking Twitter before the show,
Uh-huh.
and Anthony Daniels tweeted something about a news story coming soon, and it was like he does like these weird broken tweets that make no sense but like end up being something. There's literally
Really?
like a series of like news something dot 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 and a whole bunch of like it doesn't make any sense what he's saying, but the gist of it is that there's like a breaking news something soon. Like it could be happening
Hmm.
right now, I don't know. So I'm like,
I
maybe,
wonder what it's about.
but it involves him. So it's like,
Yeah, that's what they're.
uh, what are we doing? Are you in a Christmas special?
Yeah, that would be awesome if they're doing this. I wouldn't even mind seeing some shorts with C3PO, like we were talking about with Olaf.
Right.
You know, something like that. That would be kind of fun as well. But a Christmas special or holiday special would
Something.
be out of this world. I
Right.
mean, that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
It's got to happen.
Yeah. I'm just curious. Like, he's so cryptic. so,
Yeah.
so, and a lot of news
I
stories.
haven't seen his Twitter, so
Yeah.
I need to check it out.
Like I know we've done a bunch of these shows where right after we stop, we find out like some kind of news story broke
I know
while
it
recording.
always happens.
So maybe this time it'll happen also.
Right.
So sorry we
You
didn't
know
get to it.
that. Yeah.
We'll
I
talk
know.
about it next
You
week,
know it's gonna happen right after we sign off. Like
right?
Lucasfilm announces holiday special.
Right.
That's so funny.
Something.
All right. Well, in an interview with British GQ, John Boyega remarked about his frustration with how his character of Finn was hyped up, but along with the characters of his co-stars of color, Kelly Marie Tran and Oscar Isaac, they were left sidelined and diminished roles. I totally agree with him. I mean,
Yeah. I
you
mean
know,
like there was so much potential for Finn and
hmm
then it kind of went eh. Like his role ended up just being yelling Ray a whole bunch of times,
yeah,
right? And then obviously Kelly Marie Tran was almost non-existent
Yeah, she was totally sidelined. I mean, they totally built her up in Last Jedi, and then all of a sudden, nothing.
Yeah, I mean, like obviously Poe had a role, but like I feel also he is almost like there was hardly any real growth in those characters,
No.
you know. Um,
Yeah.
so I agree with him. I get it. Like he's not. Like, it's funny. Like people latched onto it as him being angry or
Anti.
bitter. Like, you
Right.
know what I mean? Like he's just like, look, it was an awesome opportunity. It wasn't as great as I thought it could have been for
Yeah.
him, for his character. And it's true. Like the first image we see for this trilogy is Finn in that trailer, that first teaser
Hmm.
trailer, right? And everyone's like, what is going on? Because
Right.
one, it's a stormtrooper. Two, it's a stormtrooper without his helmet on. And three, it's a black stormtrooper.
Right.
And you're like, this is something totally
New.
new to
Yeah.
the Star Wars world. So, and then, um, like the first trailers, they had him holding a lightsaber. Um, even on the Last Jedi, he got to go and he went from someone running away to almost
Come back and do
sacrificing
something active.
himself,
Yeah.
right? And then we get the third one, and then you know is what it is. Like he goes on to mention like everyone knows that the writers kind of gave the meatiest roles to Daisy and Adam, which is true. Yes, obviously they were kind of like the center pieces, but like it was all with them, and it wasn't like what I mean. Like there was no parts left for the rest.
Right.
Whereas in the original trilogy, yes, Luke is like the
So,
hero of the thing, but there's enough of like Han
oh
and
yeah, we
Leia,
love. Yeah, that's
right?
why
Their
we love those
adventure.
characters.
So
And
yeah,
I agree. I mean, like, there's little of Finn or Rose or even Poe
yeah,
that we, can really hang on to, which is sad because I honestly feel like The Last Jedi was where they shined the most.
yeah,
And I think that it, if they had continued to follow that course, we may have seen more of those characters. But
yeah,
in the last film, they were just completely non-existent, and it's sad. Like even in the parks, why not have Finn, Poe, Rose,
yeah,
uh, any of those characters
yeah.
that
Since like so in the timeline, Galaxy's Edge takes place after Last Jedi, so they would be in the thick of it. Like Finn would have definitely a bigger role in the Resistance,
exactly. Yeah.
accepting his accepting the fact that he's actually a hero, and he wants to fight for the Resistance.
Hmm.
Same thing with Poe
Hmm.
and Rose.
Right.
So it'd be awesome to have like more than just Chewie and Rey.
Right.
There's more to the Resistance. We have Kylo Ren and the First Order, but I think we need a little bit more from the Resistance side there, definitely.
And and would offer cast members of color in the entertainment department to
Oh
have
yeah,
more of a role.
yeah. I
And
know
I
we. I
think
mean, like, yeah, we have Vi, so that's cool. But that's a
right.
character. If you've never, like, you wouldn't really know who that
You'd think
is.
he was like a
Where,
cosplayer
yeah,
going
right?
through.
Because I've seen her walk around and no one really. And I get it, like she's supposed to be undercover and whatever. But I mean, like, when you see people like see Chewie coming down the road, people get
Hmm.
excited. When people see
Yeah.
Rey, little girls go crazy. You know, imagine Finn walking down the road,
Exactly.
Oscar
I
Isaac, Kelly Marie Tran, or even I guess if it takes place before Rise of Skywalker, I guess Jenna wouldn't play, but it'd be still. I mean, like it's the parks, so you can be a little
yeah.
loose with the continuity. Like have Jenna in there, like she was a cool
Yeah.
character. That's
You
an
could have
awesome
any of these
outfit,
characters. Right.
right? Um, I think that's something like once this is all the pandemics past, they should really rethink those kind of things and be
Right.
like, we need to really feel like that land is a little bit more alive than it is.
Exactly. I mean, they're going. I mean, obviously, in Avengers Campus, they have all of these heroes that they're going to have, which is amazing and
Right.
great and awesome, and definitely should happen.
Mhm.
So why not in the Star Wars section have more than just Rey and Chewie?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
utilize all those that space where they used to have shows. Like do something cool. Like if we're
Right.
gonna have Spider-Man flipping through the air over at Adventures Campus, they can do something more at Star Wars Land.
Yeah. I think
Right?
so, for sure.
Yeah.
So anyway. Well, good for John Boyega to speak up on this subject.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Daisy Ridley was recently a guest on Jimmy Kimmel Live with guest host Josh Gad. In the interview, Daisy revealed that at one point her character of Rey did have a family connection to Obi-Wan Kenobi, and that Rey's lineage shifted a couple times during the trilogy's production. She was also asked if she'd reprise her role in 10 years' time if they decided to bring her character back for a new movie. Her answer, never say never, but added that she felt that the rise of Skywalker tied up her character nicely with a bow.
Yeah. It's it's a it's a cute interview because like they're friends, Josh Gad
Yeah,
and Daisy, because they were in
Murder on
Murder
the
on the
Orient
Orient
Express.
Express, and like the whole like he kept having those videos come up like where he would always bug her
Bug her
about Star Wars, and
about
he
who her
kept
parents were,
yeah
right?
yeah he kept it
Yeah.
up in this one too, a little bit. So it was like it's a fun because you can tell they will like each other and whatever.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I like a lot of people are clinging on to the notion that see they didn't know what they were doing and blah 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 blah. But honestly, like George did the same thing. Like the
Mhm.
whole I can't remember when he finally decided that Luke and Leia were siblings. Because I don't think it was that in Empire. I really
Right.
doubt he thought he had them officially brother and sister until Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Um, so it's nothing new for that thing, but it's just funny that like that was one of at least my theories about who she was she was a Kenobi.
Right.
Um, but you know, she even said, sometimes I think when she said like JJ pitched the movie, it was one thing, and then when they were shooting it, and they were like, oh, well, maybe not, and then maybe we'll do it. Maybe we will do it.
Yeah.
So you know,
All
Chris
right.
Terrio
Right.
was on set all the time, so you got to imagine they were rewriting things as they went along
That's
as
the one.
well. So
Yeah.
you know, um, it's just a fun. I think it's just really just a fun kind of thing that Gad got out of her.
Oh yeah.
you
Yeah.
know.
Definitely.
But it's really not like a as major a story as in like it's not a story that's emphasizing that the people at Lucasfilm had no idea what they were doing. Like they did. Obviously, we've shared our opinions about the trilogy as a whole, and we
Yeah.
wish things were a little bit more planned
Less
out.
loosey goosey. Yeah.
Yeah, like I get it. I think the difference between George Lucas doing this and them is that George Lucas was the central creator
Yeah.
of
He
all
knew he
three.
had these
So it
characters came
was
from
his
him.
story, and then the way the sequel trilogy came out, it was like three people's stories. It was
Hmm.
Lawrence Kasdan and JJ, and then it was Ryan Johnson, and then it was Chris Terrios. So
Right.
yeah,
Yeah. And sadly, I think they just didn't. The last episode just didn't do any service for the whole thing.
right. I just like
Yeah.
the like it's a fun-ish movie.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say that it was
No,
terrible or that I didn't have, you know, it just of the three, I just didn't like it as much.
yeah, I look at it as like Last Jedi was a nice tie. I mean, like it leaves the world and universe open to whatever.
Right.
Um, and then and Rise of Skywalker, it was just kind of an adventure that they went on, but
Yeah.
yeah, whatever.
Right.
So, eh.
Anyway, anywho, all right. Well, in an interview with ET, Ewan McGregor confirms that the Obi-Wan series on Disney Plus will only be one season and begins filming in early 2021. But in regards to a second season, he says, "Who knows? We'll see."
I like how they were both they were both like Daisy and Ewan McGregor, just kind of like, we'll see,
Yeah.
right?
I mean,
Um,
who knows? It may be like the hit show of the century. At which point,
yeah,
Disney is going to go, all right, we got to do a season two.
right, yeah.
Yeah,
And I feel like Ewan McGregor would be up for it if it was a good project and it made sense.
yeah,
I don't see him as like a diva at all. So,
right.
um,
If he was, he wouldn't have come back.
yeah, I think he really just loved being Obi-Wan. And he was a great Obi-Wan. He's my favorite part of the prequels. So,
Hmm.
you know, I'm hoping that this does do gangbusters. Like it becomes super popular and like is the newest water cooler show.
Yeah.
Um, because it's Obi Wan Kenobi.
Oh, yeah.
Kenobi.
I hope so too.
Yeah, and plus, I really like Ewan McGregor.
Right.
I'm excited, and this is not like I don't know where it's being played, but he did these two documentary series where he went first around the globe
Hmm.
on a motorcycle with his buddy, and they like
Yeah.
documented it, right? And that was awesome. And then he did another one where he went from um, Europe down um, to the southern tip of Africa on a
Uh-huh.
motorcycle. So that was
Wow.
cool. But he's doing another one, and it's been a couple, like it's been like I want to say 10 years, but he's doing another one. But I don't know. I didn't see the article. I just saw that he's working on doing another one of these, and I
Hmm.
don't know where he's going this time.
Hmm. Huh.
So, but it's another motorcycle trek. Um,
That's interesting.
yeah, they're really fun if you ever catch it. It's like the first one's called the long way down or something like that. They're
Yeah.
all called like the long way something. So,
I'll
um,
have to look them up.
yeah, they used to be on Netflix. I don't know if they still are, but if you ever get a chance, they're really good.
All right, I'll check it out.
Yarp.
Check it out. Check it out. All right, well, now we try on our capes and cowls for our Marvel news. So we talked a little bit about this for our wish list, but Thor, Love and Thunder will utilize the same VFX technology as The Mandalorian. So they're going to use the volume.
I, I think we talked about this last time, but like it
Yeah.
makes sense that they start utilizing this technology, especially now,
Oh, yeah.
right? So,
Yeah, definitely. Where they can't travel as much and things like that.
yeah,
So I'm definitely excited to see how they use it and how it'll look on screen, like how it'll look on the big screen. That's going to be interesting.
yeah. I The technology is sound. It is photorealistic. So, but it does make you wonder like how well does it hold up that big? Like on a TV
Mhm.
screen, even like 70-inch screen TV or inch TVs, it should be it should be good.
Yeah,
But on a massive screen, who knows?
yeah. Well, we will see soon. I can't wait for Thor: Love and Thunder. All right. So the next story is that there are some Ms. Marvel rumors, including the Bad Boys for Life directors, Adil Al-Arabi and Bilal Falah are being eyed for directing, and Jacet Williams and Saagar Shaikh are being eyed for key roles.
Nice.
And yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about Bad Boys for Life. So
Huh. I
yeah,
honestly I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it either, but I've heard good things about it.
Huh.
So yeah, so hopefully that happens. It sounds like the directors have some sort of Muslim background, which is required for Ms. Marvel. And just going by the names, I don't mean to stereotype, but just going by, I mean, because you could also stereotype by other names as well.
Right.
Um, so, but they definitely sound interesting. And I think that Jutsi Williams and Saagar Shaikh are also Muslim. So, having them as part of the cast will be interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I really think they're building up Ms. Marvel. I think she's gonna be a big part of the next de-
Generation.
decade of Marvel movies. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
she's gonna start off in a series, but I think she's definitely gonna graduate soon to the movies. Um, like I said, the starting with the fact that she is like the central role in the newest Avengers game,
Video game. Yeah. And
right?
she's amazing. I mean, that's why I watched all 3 hours of that guy playing. And it didn't even end. I'm like, God, now I need to know the ending of this thing. But she was so compelling in it
Right,
that I can't imagine what it's going to be like to have a human playing Ms. Marvel.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. She's such an interesting character. And if they go into her background a little bit more,
Hmm.
with the her what do you call it? What's the side cast? What do you call them again? Supporting cast. That's it. So,
I'm like, what are you trying to
I
say?
know. I don't know. I don't know half the time what I'm trying to say.
It's
So, but yeah, if they can, we can see her supporting cast a little more. That would be wonderful. 'Cause she has a great supporting cast as well.
yeah. Like I feel like the series you can really get to know her, and then boom,
Yeah.
either headlining a movie or, like I said, I would love to see a Young Avengers movie.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, an Avengers level movie, but aimed for younger people,
Oh yeah.
right?
Definitely.
I think that'd be super amazing, awesome.
It sounds like that's what they're building to. And in this next story,
Right, right,
if
right.
it is true, then we will, then maybe we are headed that way. But in this next story, Wiccan and Speed are rumored to be in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And for people who don't know who Wiccan and Speed are, they are the children of Scarlet Witch and the Vision.
Hmm.
And knowing that WandaVision is coming up, and we saw those two pacifiers pop out of the crib,
Right.
two pacifiers. I wonder what they're suggesting.
Yeah.
So we
I
never
hope
know.
so. Like I don't
I
know how much of a role they would play, especially when they just see the pacifiers.
Yeah.
But just the fact that they exist.
Well, and the fact that WandaVision is supposed to tie into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, so it
Yeah,
would make sense, that maybe that they'd be in it. I'm just, God, it's like the possibilities are endless.
yeah,
I just cannot wait for that series.
yeah, yeah. Like it's such a. I feel like it's the most interesting of the series, the most
Hmm.
unknown of the series, and from what we've seen, the most out there of the series.
Yeah, yeah, for
So,
sure.
so yeah.
So, yeah. All right. Well, we finally go beyond the castle gates for our non-traditional Disney Marvel, and Star Wars news. A Blackish spinoff called Oldish is in the works at ABC. It will join Mixedish and Grownish as part of Blackish's continued influence in television. Um, it's amazing that there'll be 4 shows about Blackish. Um, I think that the Oldish centers around the parents.
I've never seen any of them, but I mean,
I've seen,
I don't watch a lot of TV, so
yeah, I've seen some of Blackish. I know what Mixed Dish and Grown. I've seen,
like
I
I've seen.
think, an episode of Mixed Dish,
Okay.
which is the mom, uh, Tracy Ellis Ross's character, uh, Rainbow is her name. It's of her growing up. So I know that.
Mm,
Grownish is about the eldest daughter
right.
in college, and then Oldish sounds like it's going to be about the parents.
Yeah. No, yeah.
So very interesting. I'm glad for this series. It's the episodes that I've seen of Blackish have been really impressive.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing what else they come up with. But it's definitely Blackish is definitely on my watch list. Like I definitely want to watch the series from beginning to end.
Hmm.
So
Is it
I need.
on a service like full seasons?
I believe that it is on
Hulu.
Hulu. Yeah, I believe.
Yeah. I like
So
I I've wanted to see it. I just like
yeah.
I said, I hardly have time to watch stuff, so I
Yeah.
tend to wait until things are done,
And
and then I'll
then
like
binge it all the way through.
yeah, I'll spend like a week watching everything all the way through.
Right.
So though it's still go is it still going? Like all of them, all of
Yeah.
those series? Okay, so
Yeah. All of them are still on the air.
that is crazy.
Yeah.
It's like the
Mixedish
new
is on ABC. Grownish is on Freeform. Oldish, I don't know where it's going to be. Oh no, in the work at ABC.
ABC.
So all 3 of them will be on ABC.
It's
Pretty
like
impressive.
right? It like harken. What's the show from like the '70s? Like Happy Days is part of it, I think.
Oh
Or like
yeah.
Archie Bunker was like like there's a whole
It,
bunch of
yeah,
Norman
All in the
Lear, I think,
Family
but
had
all
All in the
connected.
Family,
The Jeffersons was that part of it?
Maud, the Jeffersons. So there have definitely been programs that have spun off. And Happy Days had Mork and Mindy and
Me
Laverne and Shirley.
and Joni loves
Those were
Chachi.
spin-offs of Happy Days. So yeah, there's been. I mean, it's definitely something that's happened
Like I feel like it
before.
hasn't been done since then,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So like
And that
where
have been as successful as these series have been.
yeah,
Apparently,
yeah,
all of them have been pretty successful.
right. Because usually those kind of like shows that spin out of it's hardly like I remember didn't Matt LeBlanc have a spin-off of Friends? It's like Joey.
Yeah, I want to say that he
It didn't
did.
really go
It did.
anywhere. Three's a
No.
Crowd was short-lived. That's from Three's
Yeah.
Company.
Right.
Um, I know there was. Well, I guess oh man, what's the one that came out of the Cosby Show?
Oh. Living. No, no, no. A different world.
Yeah, that's it. I
Yeah,
like that
different
show.
world. Yeah, that was a
That
good
was
one.
good. So,
Yeah,
but
that was
like,
fun.
but I feel like if there was also like towards the end of the Cosby Show,
Right.
so it's like to have three like on air spin-offs at the same time.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
So,
So it's really good. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to catching up with Blackish and maybe all of these other programs.
right. Um, so Booge again comes to our rescue and he says
Okay.
the 3 shows for the Ewan McGregor shows is Long Way Round, that's the first one. Long Way Down was the second one. I guess the new one is Long Way Up.
Oh, interesting.
So, Thanks
So
again,
okay,
Vidge.
yeah, thank you. All right, a Doogie Howser remake, now entitled Doogie Come Aloha MD, has been ordered in series for Disney Plus. So obviously, Doogie is now Hawaiian, and which is great because it would be nice. It's nice to add people of color when you can.
Right.
Um, and I like the fact that he's Hawaiian.
I wonder if this is going to take place in Hawaii.
I hope so. I hope so. I hope it takes place. I love Hawaii more than anything. Disney, Disney, and Hawaii. That's why Olani is so amazing to me. Is because it is Disney and
Yeah,
Hawaii. Like it's one of my favorite places on earth. The
yeah.
Olani.
It's yeah. I want to go back. I definitely
Yeah,
want to go back. So
I definitely would like to go back
if
for sure.
if you've never been, like, even if you're not staying at the Olani and you're in Hawaii, check
Hmm.
out check out the resort. It's
Oh yeah,
amazing, and it's in like this cool, like, I don't know what they call those, alcove kind of
yeah.
things. I forget what it's called, but it's in a beautiful location. The hotel and resort is beautiful, and it's
The water's
magical.
blue there. Yeah, it is. It
Yeah.
is. It really is magical, and I just love that place so much. God, and I love the fact that they really respected Hawaiian culture because
Hmm.
I took one of the tours of it was like an art tour. I took the art tour and the plant nature tour. Uh, and the art tour took us through the lobby and showed that the hotel, the resort, was based on different things. Like one side was the ocean, one side was mountains, one side represented the female aspect, one side represented the male aspects, and then they have this mural that goes throughout that it's like well done. It represents men and women and ocean and mountain. Just God, that place was so well thought of for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
So
yeah. I definitely want to go back there because when I was there, did you go there more than once?
yeah, no, I've just
So it
been
was just
there.
the same time, but I mean, it was when my sister got married, so there was a lot of
Yeah,
activity around that. So
right.
it'd be cool to go there just as a vacation kind of thing.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
because I know there's a lot of stuff I wanted to do, didn't get to do, a lot of stuff didn't get to see, and stuff like that.
And I'm
Um,
not normally a pool person or whatever, but man, I mean, like when we did the lazy river, that was so relaxing to me.
yeah.
I was like, why don't I ever do this more often?
We got
So,
another chatter.
ooh, who is that?
Nerd Entertainment, aka Anthony.
Oh, hello.
Says, "Hey, it's Anthony. Love you guys. Love you back, buddy."
Yeah, love you back. Love you back. Thanks for bringing over my packages.
Nice.
All right. Well, I'm glad that he's going to be Hawaiian, the new Doogie Howser. I can't wait. I loved Doogie Howser when it came out, so
Yeah.
just can't wait.
Who who would ever thought, like, Doogie Howser, and then after a couple years, that Neil Patrick Harris would be like this larger than life character
Oh
in and
yeah,
of himself, like that guy.
I know, and it all started with what's that called? Harold and
Harold
Kumar.
Harold Kumar,
Yeah,
right?
that's where it all started. Like people saw him being self-effacing and
Yeah.
just really got into it.
So I
Yeah.
wonder though, like, is this gonna be this? I mean, I'm assuming it's gonna be the same ish premise. So like a young was a high school. He was a high schooler, right? Who
Yeah.
was it? Just he was just like a super genius, or
Yeah,
this?
he was like, and he so he was a doctor.
Yeah, he's a
He's a
doctor,
high schooler who's a
a
doctor.
practicing doctor. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Uh, but I wonder if every episode's gonna end with whoever it is on like like every end of Doogie Howser, it would be Doogie Howser on his computer typing his like thoughts for the day, and he'd be like, and this and this and this happened, and then there's a pause, and he looks, and then he goes back. It's the
yeah,
same. Like there's
they
always like
have to
that
have that.
pause, and then
They have
something,
to have it, but maybe he's
an updated
vlogging.
version. Yeah, I would say like
Yeah.
maybe he's blogging or
Yeah.
something. So
I think that's what you should do.
yeah,
Listen to us, Disney. You should
exactly.
vlog. All right. Well, moving on to the next story. Caitlin Dever will be joining Michael Keaton in the Hulu series Dope Sick. The series is centered on a compassionate school doctor, played by Michael Keaton, who finds himself embroiled in a sinister corporate scheme that perpetuates America's uh, opioid addiction crisis.
Huh.
Yeah. I kept thinking that Michael Keaton was going to be in that one series that has all the people in it, like Nicole Kidman and all that
Oh,
jazz. Yeah. The one that's Big Little Lies.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's yeah, but now I'm remembering he was in this series, Dope Sick, and I'm looking forward to it. I love Michael Keaton. I think that
Yeah, I mean,
he's a very underrated actor.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I do as well. But yeah, yeah, I like.
yeah,
I mean, I know nothing about it, but I like Michael Keaton. I'm not really familiar with Caitlin Dever.
Dever. Yeah,
Dever.
I'm not familiar with her either, but I know that she's joining Michael Keaton in Dope Sick.
There you go.
All right.
Batman.
Batman,
Beetlejuice.
Vulture
Vulture.
for our for our series is
And
Vulture.
Mr. Mom.
Yeah, so many Birdman.
Right? Like
Yeah,
totally like yeah.
so many different roles. He's just like such
He
a
like
chameleon.
he is a character actor, and I think he doesn't get enough credit as a character actor.
That's what I'm saying. He's
Right.
like underrated.
So
So anyway, all right. Well, sorry, Anthony, but we have come to the end of our show. Be sure to leave a review on iTunes or wherever you listen to your podcast. It really helps us to be found. Share our posts with your family and friends on your social media. And if you're watching us on YouTube Live, please subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and like this post. You can also reach us at podcasts@castlescapesandclones.com. Leave us your feedback, good and bad. We'd love to hear from you. You can reach me personally on Twitter at Lojav, Lojav, or Instagram at Loren Javier, Lorenjavier. How about you, Rich?
you can find me on both Instagram and Twitter at R2 Ramasanta, which you can see right below my little window here.
And mine too,
Yep.
except mine.
Yeah.
And the opinions expressed on today's podcast are solely our own and do not represent the Walt Disney Company, its subsidiaries, or assets. Do 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 do.
Nice. Oh, was that the end?
Oh yes.
Usually you do
I do the
the
whole thing.
actual ending.
Yes.
Anyway, catch you on the flip side.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's right. Yes. Thank you. Bye.